Well, it's Sunday morning and I am headed to Nashville, Tennessee. My official name on this tour is called Tour Ambassador, which is a fancy word for somebody who's just going on this tour to help out and also to provide technical support for anybody on this rally. So this rally that three of my friends have put together called Two Lane Touring, you can look them up on Facebook, and also twolanetouring.com. We're meeting in Nashville, Tennessee. We're going to kick off the rally by starting at the Lane Museum in Nashville. And then from Nashville, we're going to drive over to the Coker Tire Museum. And then we also have a private collection tour on the third day. So it's really a fun drive, a couple hundred miles a day, or a few hundred miles a day, and then lunch and dinner and all sorts of stuff. We have about 26 people signed up, so it's going to be quite a few cars. And it's as always, any of these rallies, organized rallies, is always a lot of fun. And I hear, since I'm doing technical help, is that the cars are varied, anything from, I believe, pre-war truck to modern Porsche 911. So it's going to be quite a selection of cars. I always tell people at the drivers meeting, you know, when the thing first starts, as I'm introduced, I was like, my job is not necessarily to fix your brakes on the side of the road. My job is to decide whether or not we could get your car to dinner tonight, and whether or not we need to put your car in a truck. Hopefully we won't have to, but at the same time, if there's something mechanical that we can fix, I certainly would like to, you know, we'll try. So what I did to prepare for this trip was put together, you know, a little bit of a toolkit. I don't think you can ever bring everything you're going to need, or sometimes if you pack it, you know you're not going to need it. So let me show you what I have packed in this truck. I bought a Harbor Freight toolkit because I figured I didn't want to unpack my stuff and then end up with half of my tools split up all over the place. So I just bought one of these ready-made kits, and it's got like everything you kind of need. Allen wrenches, you know, all that stuff. You know, with any luck, we won't even have to use it. But I figured for 70 bucks, it's better than scattering all of my tools at my shop and throwing it in a kit and then having everybody borrow it and then losing stuff on the road, so I didn't have to worry about it. So then what else I do? Let's see. So, let's see what I packed. I packed jumper cables, first aid kit, tie wraps, a little bit of wire. I threw together a little electrical kit. I brought my an OBD2 scanner, not a real fancy one, but just something that would give me scan tools, extra fuel pump, WD-40, some fuel line, a tubeless tire patch, you know, plug, more tie wraps. I got some hose clamps. Let's see, what else did I throw in here? You know, a punch. You never know when you need that. A cold chisel. I just grabbed stuff in the shop and just brought it. I brought a multimeter. Gotta have a test light. So I got a test light. You know, just wire. You know, because you always need a baling wire of some sort. Utility knife, pry bar. Let's see what else. Breaker bar. I brought a little trickle charger because what happens if a battery goes dead, I can at least charge it in the hotel room at night. Hammer. An extra coil, funnel. You know, I just kind of threw together stuff, and you know, of course, a light, and somewhere in here there's some extra blades. I got some gloves. So that was that side of it. And I just got this bag, threw it all in here. I think that's going to be a pretty good amount of stuff. And I kind of figure if I need anything else, we could always go to the auto parts store and get it. And then this bag, I can kind of zip up, and if I want to, depending on where we stay, I can bring it in the hotel room. I also brought a packing blanket because that's also very good to do. Let's see. What else? And the other thing I bought was a jack. Like I bought like just a lightweight small pump jack and some jack stands just to throw around, you know, to have them. They're a little bit safer to have than just like somebody's jack if they need to change a tire. But the the packing blanket is definitely a good thing to have. I might get a tarp, but I think we'll be okay. So yeah, I mean that's kind of like what I've thrown together for this thing. Hopefully we won't need any more than that. I think we're ready to go. Another reason why I am driving this expedition is because we also needed a large enough vehicle just in case if people needed rides, or also if somebody is bringing a car that doesn't have a lot of luggage space, I could certainly help and throw it in the back of this truck and drive it. So I'm happy to do it. I didn't mind doing this rally in a big old SUV, just simply because it's all part of the fun of being around everyone and making sure the guys who signed up for this trip get to where they want to go, and in their cars, which is a lot of back roads driving. So it's not only just about the driving, it's also about the you know, the camaraderie and the unknown and the different roads and the different parts of the country. I don't think I've ever been to Nashville, so it's an excuse for me to go to Nashville and see the city or a little bit of it before we drive through it. So I'm at the Lane Museum, kickoff of the 2-lane touring, and what a neat place. They're known more for their micro cars, which they're all over the place. Pretty neat. Spider, these are cute. But look at these little bubble cars. Look at that. A Moog, a Messerschmitt. Future? Look at this crazy thing. Alright, so 2CV. I gotta pay attention to this because I might have one that I have to work on. So taking a close look at mechanically how crazy these things are. 2-cylinder, single carburetor. Shifter linkage, as they say with the French, blazing a trail that no one else will follow. But a real following for 2CVs, so I guess I shouldn't make fun of them. They're real popular cars. But yeah, it's the place for 2CVs. Not only did we see the upstairs of the Lane Museum, Jeff Lane took us downstairs for a private tour of the vault. Each one of these cars had a personal story that Jeff shared with us. What a treat. All right, first day, and all the cars are waiting to go. So, yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning on Tuesday. And of course I can't sleep, so I figured I'd come down and tell you what we're up against. Here are a couple cars, but
We already have a couple issues that are on my head, and one of them being this 308. This 308's having a little bit of issues in traffic. It's starting to overheat a little bit. I'm going to try to do easy thing first, which is I'm going to try to bleed the radiator. I think it burped a little bit of coolant, stuck in some heavy traffic coming on up. So they told me that they had to put about half a gallon of coolant back in the car at one point. So I want to just make sure that it's been bled. So first thing this morning is I'm going to have them run the car a little bit, and once it gets up to temperature, we'll try to bleed the radiator. And there's a little bleed screw up the top of the radiator. We'll try to get some air out of it, see if that happens. Also check to make sure the cooling fans are still working. On these 308s, I always worry about the fuse panel, and the cooling fan can overheat the fuse panel and cause it to stop working. This car was restored by the owners, so I don't know if they did anything electrical, but we'll check. So that's the first car that we have an issue with. The other car is this Austin Healey that I got to worry about, which is this is actually got a V8 swap in it. I think it's a Chevy 350 or Chevy small block that's been put in it. And yesterday they ran it, they drove it for about I think about three I don't know how many tankfuls, maybe a couple tankfuls, but then all of a sudden the fuel filter got clogged. And I think again this car just came out of the swap, and the fuel tank, I don't know if they did any work on the fuel tank, so it could be pulling up some rust and clogging up the filter. So there's a little filter at the front of the carburetor, and yesterday they ran out and found I think 5 filters at the auto parts store. So first thing first is that they put a new filter on, and we're going to run it today with a tank of gas. They filled it up, so we're going to see what happens. If that filter starts clogging, we've got 5 more chances. And then the other issue is what we're going to do is one of the suggestions I had, which is to run it down to a quarter tank. I've got a spare fuel pump, and maybe we'll try to pump the fuel out of this tank, and maybe pump some of the trash that's at the bottom, and then maybe see if that helps any. So those are the 2 cars right now that I got to worry about this morning before I even started, but that's kind of usually the case. So all right, here we go. Ready to go.
We are pole position. We're ready to get out of Nashville with no fuss, no problems. Rallista's loaded. I'm gonna have my first set of turn-by-turn directions here and available. This is the fun of navigating solo. Here we go.
Thank goodness for Rallista. So
we love it.
Get somebody to be your co-pilot.
We absolutely love it.
Good luck. Look, they're lining up. Here we go. I'm gonna take a walk down.
All right, buddy.
Good luck.
Get them.
I think you brought the gun to the knife fight. Have a good drive, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good drive.
Thank you, man.
See you out there.
See ya.
Have a good drive.
Thanks.
We'll see you out there.
Yes, you will.
Have a good drive, guys. Oh, I'm sure it'll fit. Have a good drive, guys. All right, see you guys out there. Have a great drive.
Thank you.
We'll see you out there.
See you soon.
All right, Matt, have a good one.
Yeah.
See ya.
See ya.
All right, guys. All right, so I got a call. Tom Papadopoulos stalled on the side of the road. So I had to get gas, and I'm coming to get him. And here he is.
The destination is on your right.
Here we go. I figure it's worth getting my money's worth out of this one, that Tom Papadopoulos ran out of gas on the highway.
I'm a sucker for this. I wanted to see if there was a reserve.
Yeah, and I'm amazed you made it up the hill.
I almost made it over. I was
like,
side to side.
I'm driving on this, it's like he's not out of gas, he still has a gallon, he just doesn't make it over the crest of the hill.
Side to side the whole way, baby.
All right, well, here we go. I got it back here. So the biggest tank I got was 2.5 gallons.
That'd be absolutely wonderful. And then I'll donate. I donate this to the next idiot.
We spent the next couple days just cruising the back roads of Tennessee on into North Georgia and into South Carolina. Corky Coker invited us to tour his private collection of cars at the Coker Museum, but it seemed like we had our very own car show wherever we went. All right, it's a little early in the morning, but we arrived yesterday, to Hilton Head, and the SLR had a battery go dead, so we ran out yesterday morning, got a battery. So that was a easy fix. Got him here, Randy here. This green 911 was having a little bit of trouble starting, but he made it. That was good. But it was just having a little bit of trouble starting. Once it was started, it ran fine. Of course, the GT3 RS, no problem whatsoever. Got here without any issues. Lotus Cortina, we changed the water pump, or not the water pump, the water sending unit. That was fixed. And you know, although he was running fine temperature-wise, we decided to change the water temp sender, and that was done. 308, if you could see it in the dark, 308 was that had a couple of things, not big, but we had some coolant issues where we were making sure that it was running okay. It was overheating a little bit, but we just kept an eye on it. It was really just traffic. Burned quite a bit of oil, so we're trying to, you know, just see what the oil consumption's going on, but I think we got it under control. Now that we know what the oil consumption is, we're going to keep up on the oil. 330 America, we had a brake issue. So when the brakes started to have problems, we I found out that it was booster, because once I released the bleeder on the booster, the brakes started to release a little bit. So I think it was the valve at the top of that booster. Did not want to rebuild the booster, so but I did take the top valve part apart, cleaned it, had some crusties in it. So he drove straight to Hilton Head from yesterday's stop, so he made 2 days out of the 3, which I thought was pretty good, but still made it to Hilton Head. So I think he could have done the rally yesterday, the rest of it, but I think it just felt safer to come straight here, and made it. And I don't think the brakes did badly. I don't know if my repair worked, but I'll take that as a win. All right, here, wait, hold on. So we're here. What do we think? The morning of arrival in Hilton Head. All good, right?
We made it. We're great.
What I think's so fun too, all this dew on all these cars. So it looks like it rained a little bit, but it didn't. So we got this beautiful Spanish moss.
That's right.
The atmosphere is what we're living for.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The atmosphere.
No, it's great. But guys, great job. I think it was a lot of fun. I think everybody had a great time. So, you know, and it only starts here for the Hilton Head stuff that they got for us. But I think that as far as you guys are concerned, whew, we're here. Everybody's good.
We made our last big communication with everyone yesterday. I think everyone knows what's expected, and they can come to any event at Hilton Head they want, and if they want to relax, they don't have to.
Yeah.
No, we're here.
It's
great. Well, congratulations, guys.
Thanks.
Awesome,
Appreciate
thanks.
it.
Yep. Talk to you soon. All right, we're here. We're at the Saturday morning show, and they got us parking here for all the cars that were on the 2-lane touring rally. We got all placing in position.
I mean, we've seen worse stuff on our day jobs.
But yeah, this is fun. We get all these guys here, and they're you know, coming to the Saturday show. We got Sunday to show, so these guys feel like they're part of the celebration. So it's all good. It's 6:30 in the morning, and I am standing next to 330 America. This 330 America was on the tour with us for the last several days, and unfortunately the owner got a little sick on the end of the tour, but he made it to Hilton Head. But the whole idea was to put this car in the show, and we talked about it, and I said, look, if you really want, I mean, he felt really badly because I think he's leaving early. He's going to miss this Sunday show. But he said, we said, let's put it in the show. If it's there, everything's all set up for it. So I volunteered to do it. I guess, considering there's 50 330 Americas made, and there's probably 30 some odd left, and I own one, I couldn't think of a more qualified person to show a 330 America. Ironically, that's kind of crazy, but here I am, and I'm getting it ready. I scrambled a little bit to get to do this because it was just I literally just have the keys. I don't have credentials, I don't have any of that stuff. I mean, we have tickets and everything like that, but it's just like, I don't know, I didn't get the packet. I didn't want to bother them with the packet. They're dealing with trying to leave, so I was like, I'll get it on the show. I'm sure there's a way to get on there without it, but we'll see what happens. I just ran to Walmart to get a couple chairs so I could sit down, because I don't think I could stand all day you know, next to this car. So, you know, just getting last minute show stuff that I wasn't planning on showing. I kind of thought after the tour, we're here, my job is done, got everybody here to Hilton Head, but yet my job still up to Sunday is still going. So here we go. But you know, it's a wonderful car. I'll shoot some more video when it gets brighter out, but 6:30 it's time for me to get this car ready and over to the show. Okay, it's a 330 America. It should start like all the other ones, but this is the first time I've been in this car. So we're gonna see if I can get it started. That would be a problem if it didn't. I got the fuel pump going. Here we go. Give it a little bit of gas. There it goes. Waiting for oil pressure to build. Alright, I see oil pressure. It says we have a half a tank, so that should be enough to get to the show. You know, it's familiar and then it's different. I think that's what's interesting about old Ferraris, is that they have this, you know, they're handmade. So each one of them has its own character. I can already feel the clutch is different from the way mine feels. We had some brake issues with this car. The booster was kind of sticking, and I kind of touched it up a little bit, hoping that I can fix it on the road. It did make it here, but it's definitely something that that Brad has to take a look at later. But yeah, I mean, but it's cool. It's kind of cool to be in a car that I have and I'm a little familiar with. So just gonna let it warm up just a little bit. It doesn't need a ton, but it just needs a little bit of warming up before I start taking off on it. Let it tick down to idle. I think when I get there, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning. This car literally came down the road, so you know, and parked. So we've been on the road the whole time. It still has the stickers on it, so I gotta decide, am I taking the stickers off or am I showing it with the stickers? I don't know. We'll see.
Let me go forward, hold on. Done this a couple times. How far am I off? Good? A couple inches? You guys got two. You guys are opposite. One's going left, one's going right. I was like, give me a consensus. I know. I just need one guy. I need one set of instructions.
It won't photograph well.
It was me you were supposed to be by. Good morning.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, I'm Dee. Nice to meet you.
Car.
All right, we're here, parked. We got our plaque, so I guess I'm in the right place. And evidently, we got a license plate, so I've got in the right place. I'm always worried because when I first got here, I was like, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here. So we got it in. Now the big question is, do I take these stickers off? This is almost like a badge of honor that we drove here. But we are part of the concours, so I don't know what's worse, is to leave the stickers on or take them off. For now, I'm going to leave them on. Maybe I'll have a discussion with the judges, see if they matter. But I think we're in some pretty good company here, so I don't know the chances of us actually placing on anything when you compare it to what's here.
This car is totally animal.
But no, it's a good group. So good to be here. And let's keep cleaning. So one of the things we have to do is we got to empty the trunk. So I'm trying not to, because, you know, again, part of it is that we've been driving for a week. So to clean the trunk out, I was like, do we really have to take all this stuff out? I've kind of made it clean enough. But if you look at the pile of stuff I had to take out of here, I'm done. That's a lot of stuff to take out of the trunk. But hopefully that's enough for the judges to look upon us kindly, because we drove here. Okay, so if I had to pick in this class myself with the F50, TDF, 275 GTB, 330 America, 2416, a Daytona, and a Lusso. So, I mean, it's a pretty good group, but if I were to pick one that I just personally like, I would probably be picking this Tour de France. It's just beautiful lines. It's you know, good engine, you know, lightweight. Yeah, it's got drum brakes. Yes, it's, you know, probably cammed and all that other stuff, and earlier than the stuff that I work on. But I tell you, just look at this thing. I mean, you know, it doesn't have the details that would win a concours, but at the same time, it's very neat. So, you know, a couple little clamps here and there that are not correct, but it's not a big deal. I think it's more to get it running, but the details are right. It's got the milk bottle reservoirs, has the right you know, color caps, all those things. So it's, I mean, it's certainly fine, but more importantly, it's just a pretty car. So you know, like I said, inside plug engine with the drip trays, but just a pretty car. Long day. We're here back at the hotel, so the car's here, and I'm about to put it on the truck, and we're done. So we didn't win anything, but we're up against some pretty heavy hitters, but car was really well received, and it was fun to show a 330 America at the show. So I'm going to try to grab some dinner, but we're gonna get this car loaded. We also got this Bentley I gotta put on a truck as well, so
got to do that. So last two things I got to do, and then I can finally call it a wrap. But thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.